again today. I'm so happy to be back. I'm just gonna wait as always for a few more of you to join. How is everybody? How's it going? Mocking a 16-year-old climate activist, mocking Christine Blasey Ford, obstruction of justice, ignoring warnings on coronavirus, downplaying the dangers of coronavirus, mishandling the coronavirus. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for another one of our master classes. I'm so excited to be back. We have so many good things planned for us today, so it's going to be super good. As always, make sure you're leaving your questions if you have anything throughout, and we'll be happy to answer them as we go. So today is very special because we're bringing back one of our most popular master classes that we've done, and it's going to be a nice brow lift. So I'm super excited about this one. As we always, preach about, consistency is key, so that's why we wanted to bring this one back to you so that we can give you a little more review, a little more emphasis on this, and we can really work out those muscles. So not only will we be doing our brow lift, but we have a very special guest. We'll be working with Kelly Gallagher from Birdie Beauty, who will be logging on soon. So while we wait for her to log on, I want everybody to take a nice selfie. As we just said, consistency is key. So we really want to make sure that, we're practicing this and that you're tracking your progress as well, because, we want to make sure that we're seeing the results, and you will see those good results from today. So I think I'm seeing her request right now, and I'm going to add this. Here we go. It's coming from inside the house. The president's valet, Ivanka Trump's assistant. All right. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to it.
Us too. Thank you. So as I was just saying, we're going to be doing our kind of brow lift protocol today. So I know you have some tools with you. We're going to be working with our massage, some tools, and some exercises. Amazing. So yes, as always, we're going to be showing you mostly massage so that, everybody can do it at home and follow along, as well as some tools if you do have the tools. We do have our little starter kits that are now on our website. So if you don't already have those and you want to kind of up your game a little bit, you can totally get that. It's just as beautiful with just hands, but if you want to kind of like up your workout game, we love using the tools. So I'll show you how to use those today. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know throughout. I'm excited to kind of go back and forth with you and get your perspective on things. So it's going to be awesome.
I'm excited. This is my first facegym experience.
Oh, amazing. Well, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So awesome. So yeah, basically, and just like with our PTs that we're offering online as well, which is more a little bit of like a personal training approach to your skin, it's amazing to do in between. And then of course, once we are able to open our studios again, it'll be great kind of as maintenance in between your actual workouts. So it's amazing. So are you ready to get started?
Yes, I'm ready.
Amazing. Perfect. So you guys, as we all know, I'm just going to talk you through kind of what we need today. So first, clean skin and hands as always. We're going to be using our training serum. I'm going to work with our brightening serum today because I'm feeling a little bit dull and tired. Which one are you using, Kelly?
I have the brightening as well.
Okay, perfect. Amazing. Yeah, I feel like we're all feeling a little bit blah, so this will give a beautiful glow. It has avocado, Q10, so it gives that most amazing glow. We're also going to use our yoga ball, which you also have. If you don't have it, I'll show you some ways that you can use it with just your hands. We have our gold roller as well. And then some gua sha if we want to kind of cool down at the end. And with these tools, we'll do some areas that are more targeted towards the brow lift. So, and yeah, I can definitely see a question about techniques with the facegym Pro. So I can show you a few movements for brows with the facegym Pro at the end. So that'll be perfect. Okay, great. So before we get started, I just want to talk about the biggest contraindications. If you have any Botox or filler, especially in this area, you do just want to wait 2 weeks for Botox, 4 weeks for filler. For doing any sort of massage or tools, just to make sure that settles. But other than that, you're completely good to go. It's totally safe if you have it. You just want to make sure everything's settled.
That was one of my questions.
Yeah, so
But
that's
it's been like a few months since I got both of those, so I'm good.
You're totally fine. As long as you wait for it to settle so it doesn't move, it's no problem at all. So basically what we're going to do is I always love to start with some stretches first. This is going to warm up the muscles, get your circulation going. So let's just do some nice shoulder stretches here. Remember to breathe throughout. We really want to get that blood flowing. especially when we're hunched over our desks all day.
This feels
open up the chest.
very good.
We always forget to kind of work this area. So we'll do the other way. And we will be saving this to our stories for 24 hours, so don't worry if you miss it. It'll be on our stories. So just a few more seconds here. Take your time with this.
This feels, I need to do this every day.
I know, even just throughout the day when you're sitting.
Yeah.
I know, even me, I'm either meeting over clients or even at my computer, so it's been a lot. So now let's do some head rolls here. Some nice head circles. It's super important to warm up this area so that you get that nice sculpt, and you can reverse when you feel ready.
Wow, I can tell how tight my shoulders are just from doing this.
And that's the biggest thing with the massage and the muscles. You want to ease that tension so that everything can function the way it's supposed to. So after that, I like to just do some kind of wrist rolls. You will notice that a lot of these movements take some good muscle memory, so we want to kind of warm up the wrists.
Am I doing it right? I feel like...
Yeah, no, perfect. Just to kind of get that mobility, you can kind of switch it the other way. Perfect. And then we're going to do a little stretch here. And you can reverse. What I also love about working the eye area and the forehead area is that, of course, it's going to give you a beautiful lift and help with the fine lines, crow's feet. But, when we're looking at electronics all day, we hold so much tension here, and there's so much connective tissue in the area that it's going to be amazing to kind of work that out. So not only will you look better, but you'll feel better. Perfect. Okay, great. So now before we get into our massage, I love to start with our yoga ball. So if you don't have the yoga ball, rule of thumb is that you can use the heel of the palm. You just want to very gently be using the heel just where on any points that we're using the ball. So I love to just start by rolling on the back of the neck, up and down here. You can do the side. You just don't want to do directly on the front where your thyroid is, but all these muscles in here. Can you do a masterclass for laugh lines and cheek sculpts? Yes, we've actually done a bunch of cheek sculpts, which includes some laugh lines, but we can definitely do some movement for you guys. So working up and down. So now I love to come on the cheek really quickly. I like to give a little circle just to kind of warm up the muscles a little bit, and we're working on this masseter muscle right here. So then what you're going to do is scoop and lift. And if you don't have the ball, you can just give a little press and lift. We don't want to scrunch too much in the side area here, just pressing and lifting. The beauty of the balls is that it's such a good material that it's not pulling too much at the skin, but still targeting those muscles. And again, if you don't have the ball, just the heel of the palm. It's such an underrated part. We're going to do our zygomatic right here. Press and scoop. If you see a little flare in the nostril, that's perfect. It's a little bit softer than a stress ball. It doesn't feel quite as hard. It's kind of squishy, which is why it can really scoop perfectly. But every time we do this on clients, it's like, oh my God, this feels so good.
It feels really good. It's just sort of, I would never think to do this.
It's unexpected. So then we're going to go to the forehead. You're going to give a nice scoop and lift right on top. You want to see the brow lift a little bit to really lift that eyelid. That's perfect when you're doing it. And you're doing this on dry skin, you guys. No oil yet, because you want to give a little grip for that ball and for the exercises that we're about to do. Once we do massage, we'll do some oil. Got it. So then to the middle. Thank you. To the middle, we're going to just do some rolls. And then again, for that procerus muscle, you're going to scoop and lift.
Oh, in the middle?
Yeah, right here. And I like to just roll back and forth as you do it. This is amazing for the 11 lines.
It feels really good.
It's amazing. And of course, with everything that we do, you're going to learn how to work with your own face. So for areas that you feel like you need more, maybe one side's a little more tense than the other, you can focus more on that. So do what you feel feels good.
So when we're doing this one, should I have my jaw closed or slightly open, or does it not really matter?
I would just relax a little bit. You
Okay.
don't want to still be clenching,
Okay.
but you don't need to be like full mouth open either.
Got it.
And then someone's asking, for those of us new to the brand, what should we buy? We actually just launched little kits on our website where it's, different things. It's a hands only that comes with a headband and some oil. We have ones with our tools. So no matter what level you're at, those are great starter kits. So I check those out if we ship them. Okay, then going to the forehead. Just holding for a few seconds, as long as you feel like you need. 10-20 seconds is perfect. And then just finishing with the middle again. And yes, guys, we'll be saving the session so you can go back. We'll save it to our story for 24 hours. We got you.
Someone asked if this ball helps with jaw tension.
Absolutely.
I'm curious.
Absolutely. So it's so great just to kind of, if you don't want to just use your hands, even if you're just sitting at your desk to kind of roll out the area, it's fantastic for jaw tension. Back of the neck, anything.
I've been clenching like crazy since working from
it's
home.
The stress, and then that jaw tension stems to other places. So it's really beautiful to kind of start at the source and then working your way to other places. It's amazing. So let's do some exercises before we go into our massage. So this is one of my favorite exercises to lift the brow and also the eyelid as well. And for example, this is the example I always use with clients. My right brow sits a little bit lower than my left one. So when I'm doing these exercises, sometimes I work a little bit more on the right side to kind of even out a little bit. Of course, nobody's, perfectly even, but I kind of just like to do that so that you just feel better, look better. So first what you're going to do is you're going to put a little half moon like hook right under the brow. You can give a little bit of a lift. And then what you're going to do with this is just a little blink. So I do at least 5, and you can really feel that muscle working. And then you can give like a little bit of a break. And then you can go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to make sure you're lifting enough that you're not, crunching the face, but also that you're feeling that resistance. A lot of resistance training with this. 3, 4, 5. And we'll give it a little bit of a rest. I like to do like 3 or 4 sets of 5.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So then we'll switch to the other side. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's harder for me to blink with my left eye. I don't know why. And you can do a medium, light to medium pressure. You're more just like holding the scale.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's more just for, supporting. So let's do one more.
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
That's a very interesting sensation.
I know. There's even over 40 muscles in the face, so a lot of times we forget about it. We always think of the muscles of the body. So, it's good to just kind of focus on these areas. You feel so much that we don't even know that we have. So yeah, you can focus eye by eye, just to see kind of the lift. And when I'm going through the massage, we're going to do one side at a time so that we can really track the results and really focus there. So basically we're going to apply some oil. I'm going to go in with my brightening. And again, we don't do both eyes at the same time just because we want to really focus on that area and make sure that we're targeting the muscles we want to target. And I just like to see, the side-by-side difference. So what you're going to do with your oil, you take about 2 to 3 pumps of that oil. You want enough glide that you can, still slip easily on the skin without tugging, but you still want to be able to grasp. So you're going to just warm up in the hands and knuckles here. And these, if you have our training serums, they're friction activated. So you will feel them warming up as you work out. That's what we want. We want to warm up those muscles.
That's cool.
So now we're going to apply, I like to start with some light lymphatic drainage movements. So we'll start out and down. This just opens everything up to flow. especially when you're working with the eye area, you don't want to just focus on the eyes because everything stems from the neck. So you need to open up this area before you're able to really lift. So
and my face gets really red when I touch it, so don't.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just like how I am. I'm a very reactive.
I'm actually a little sensitive too, so you'll see me getting a little pink. But you guys, if you're doing massage at home, it's completely normal and expected to get a little bit pink. That's your good blood flow nourishing the skin, so don't be scared. It should only last like 5 minutes. So we'll do some more of these. And then we're gonna go to the sides of the neck a little bit here. Just some very, very light circular movements. Would you recommend coconut oil? I think it depends on your skin. I prefer for the face avocado, cucumber seed, grapeseed. They're a little bit lower on the comedogenic index, whereas coconut oil might be more likely to clog.
Nice.
But that's why our training serums are so amazing because they're made for the massage.
They feel good, and I have such sensitive skin, and I tried it earlier, and it just like my skin loved it. It didn't feel clogging at all. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, there's nothing crazy in there, which is why I love it.
And I'm so sensitive that I'm like, I was nervous, but it's so good.
Good. I'm so glad. I know I struggle with, what I can use, so it's the same thing. And you guys, this is for all ages. The biggest thing is that you want to support your skin. Hold it. I'll show you everything that you need to do. So no matter what age you are, this is beneficial. If you start when you're young, it's amazing, to work your way up and as anti-aging. But if you are a little bit more mature skin, just support the skin so that you're not pulling. And it's great for all ages. So first things first, we're gonna kind of warm up the skin here. Okay. I like to take the flats of my knuckles, not the flats. And then we're going to start warming up from the neck. Perfect. So kind of like the sides and back of the neck. Okay. And you're gonna do it each area until you feel warm. So you're gonna do this until you feel nice and warm. It's super important to warm up the muscles before you sculpt them, just like the gym. And for anyone just coming in, these will be saved to our stories for 24 hours, so don't worry. So in here, does this disturb acne-prone skin? If you're coming up to the forehead here. Perfect. Wax on, wax off. For acne-prone skin, you can absolutely do this as long as you don't have open, pustule, and inflamed, like if it's hurting you. I would only do it if it's mild. If you are really breaking out to the point where it's very tender, then I would just focus on the neck until your skin's feeling a little more calm. This is going to be a medium pressure as well. Okay, so now I'm feeling nice and warm. We're going to go into some of our cardio movements. So our finger whipping, which I'm sure you guys have seen before, which is one of my favorites, but we're going to focus kind of on this area for today because we're going to lift those brows. So first you're going to start kind of on the temple. You're holding with your 2 fingers to support, using your other 2 fingers to scoop and lift. This is like a medium pressure as well. And when you're going across the forehead, you really want to get underneath this brow here. Got it. My manicure is so bad, please don't judge. Oh my god, not judging at all. I've been trying to do my own one. It's insane. It is a challenge. And then we always get asked how many times or how often you can do it. You can do it every single day if you have time, even just 2 minutes for a few movements would be absolutely amazing. Remember, movement is life. You need to keep these muscles moving in order for them to age gracefully and be healthy. So now we're just going to focus on this side, and then we're going to take our middle and thumb, and we're going to kind of just pick. I feel like I can already see a difference. Yeah, right? We're getting that good blood flow to the skin, getting nice and warm. And even in young skin, you will see a huge difference. Like, this is why we're doing it side by side, because after a month with this side, you'll see the lift. So especially, if your skin is more mature, you'll see it no matter what. Okay, Okay, so perfect. Now that we've done some picking, we're going to do some nice palm sweeps across the forehead just to kind of give a nice warm up. And then for one of my favorite movements for around the eye and lifting the brows, you're going to take your middle and ring finger here. And what you're going to do is come underneath the eyes, very light pressure here.
Okay.
And then you're going to give a nice firm pressure point right under in this front part and lift under the brows. Coming under, lifting.
So the pressure changes when you get to the top?
Yeah, because we want to do nice and light underneath.
Okay.
And then lifting up. So now I'm going to just start focusing on this one eye here, really zeroing in on her. So coming up and around. And around. And then we're going to do this about 3 more times. And what the biggest thing you want to make sure that we're doing is that we're coming underneath this brow bone here and not on top, because we're lifting this area. Got it. Let's do it 2 more. Again, we have so much connective tissue in this area. This muscle around the eye is called the orbicularis oculi, and that's what we're targeting.
Got it.
And everything with massage is intentional. We want to make sure that it's firm but still delicate and we're not pulling the skin. That's perfect. Okay, so now we're going to do some kneading of the brows. So I like to take my middle and thumb finger, whichever two you feel you're most comfortable, and you can come in and you're just going to knead back and forth. And this feels so, so good.
And what's the pressure on this one?
So this you can do nice and firm. As long as you're not pulling on the skin too much, you can do nice and firm here. And then yes, it is a bonus that the tension relief you're getting from this. So not only will you notice a difference, we're increasing our lymphatic flow, we're depuffing, we're increasing our circulation. Your muscles need oxygen and energy to function properly. So this is what we're doing by massaging. And then just a few more times. And I don't necessarily find that you need to do it a certain number of times. It's all about how you feel. So I would say, 5-10 times back and forth. If that, even just a couple times back and forth will make a great result, and it feels amazing. Beautiful. So now you're going to take your 2 middle fingers here, and you're going to hold right underneath the brow.
Okay.
And you're going to slowly knead our way up here.
That feels good too.
I know, right? I love to start right in the middle so that you can give this pressure point right here, opening up the third eye, smoothing out these 11 lines, and then you're working your way up all the way to your forehead.
Got it.
So my forehead's pretty expressive, so when I'm doing this, it's almost like you're ironing out those lines. So you want to give a nice firm pressure here.
Okay.
And just breathe. You can close your eyes, be in tune with your body. And we'll really work on this side. And again, like we were saying earlier, this is amazing just for hands. If you just have hands, I'll show you some things you can do instead of tools. But if you do have the tools, that's just like taking it up a notch.
I feel like we're doing some serious work here.
I know, it's really lifting. And we're going to do we can stop and kind of take a look in between, which I love to do.
So you're going on the brow?
Yeah, so you're kind of starting right underneath.
Okay.
because you want to lift that eyelid. We're not stretching the skin at all.
Got it. Okay.
And then we're coming around here. And then I just love to finish with the center again, really smoothing over here, just so that I work out these lines. If you do have some 11 lines or want to prevent them, you can just take a nice gliding movement coming into out.
Okay.
We will be saving this for 24 hours, my loves, and you can do it every single day if you can. Even just 2 minutes when you're cleansing your skin makes a humongous difference. How do you pull but not stretch? So how do you pull but not stretch? It's basically just you're gentle, but you're not being rough. As you're moving out, it's slow, it's delicate, and you're supporting with the other hand. So remember when we said we were whipping, you're not just whipping like this, you're holding for support. So it's all about support and placing your hands in the correct area. And if you're placing your hands in the correct area and doing the movements correctly with the right pressure, then you're going to be totally fine and you won't damage your skin at all.
And the oil helps with that too, right? Because you get a bit more slip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Versus like
absolutely
dragging.
We can come back, do our brow one more time. Yeah, this is why you want to do it with a little bit of oil on the skin so that we're not, moving. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to, I know, right? You can see it
already. It's crazy.
So now we're going to do 2 fingers here. So say, like I have a nice line right here. So you're going to press right here on the sides of the line.
Okay.
And you're just going to kind of iron out. If you don't necessarily have a line, you can just start in the middle and kind of iron out here.
Okay.
Beautiful. And then we're using our training serums today. We're both using brightening to give us a little more glow. We have these training serums on the facegym website, facegym.com. They're built for massage, so they're the best thing you can use to massage your skin. But for now, any facial oil that you have on hand is amazing. That's good, like low comedogenic. Okay. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel like I can notice a difference. If my brows were tinted, everyone else probably could too, but I feel like there's definitely a lot of lift and like less puffiness on this side already. So
good. I know, me too. And it's what's amazing about the massage is that you really can see the difference after one time. And remember, you guys, this was my lower brow, so now we're looking a little bit more even. Just to kind of, even out the skin. Nobody's bone structure is perfect. So if you guys want, you can take a side by side. Don't forget to be sending us in your pictures because our winner today is going to win a free PT session. So make sure you're tracking your results, you're sending us in videos, and now we'll do the other side.
Cool.
So we're going to start again with the 2 fingers. We're going to focus on the eyes.
Okay. I already forgot what we did, so happy you're here.
And you will, again, it all comes with practice, so you'll get into your routine here. So light underneath, pressure under here. Pressure, and scoop under the brow.
Focusing really hard on not dragging my skin.
Yeah, exactly. If you need a little bit more glide, that's fine too. But as long as you're not pulling so much, that's beautiful. And hold. And lift. This is amazing for eyelid sagging. So it's going to lift the brow, lift the forehead. I always recommend gua sha, and I'll show you some movements after this.
Cool.
And then let's do 2 more here.
Okay.
Have you noticed that one side is a little maybe more tense than the other? Like, especially in this area, you might feel some crunchies.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're both depends. I feel like my right eye, it felt a lot more like satisfying.
Yeah.
Just in that the muscles were probably a bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's true. And you'll get more in tune with this too as you do it. Okay, so now after we've done our little circles, let's do some more kneading.
Okay.
So going back and forth.
Okay.
And yes, you can absolutely use the facegym Pro on this area. I'll show you how to use it. If it hurts a little more, it's a little more sensitive, that's completely normal. You have less fat to buffer here than you do on your cheeks. So if you guys are feeling like it's a little more intense on the forehead, that's totally normal. And all you can do is like lower the device a little bit for that area and it'll work just as beautifully. I'm so glad you guys are seeing results. You can do this if you have rosacea. I have rosacea and sensitive skin as well. So it's totally fine to do. You just have to be delicate. If you have enough glide with your oil, you really shouldn't be irritating your skin. I also find because we're detoxifying and moving our lymphatic system, that your skin's gonna function better and your rosacea might actually get better from it, in my experience. Around. There's not a set number of reps for each movement. I just kind of do what I feel, you know, maybe 3 to 5, 5 to 10 if you feel. You don't want to overdo it, but it's more just, you know, what you're feeling.
Okay.
If you get headaches, this is awesome.
My dog is snoring. I'm sorry if you can hear her.
Oh, no, that's fine. We love it. So now we'll take our middle fingers again, starting in the center.
Okay, so slow. Got it.
Slow kneading. I am based in New York. Right now, we're finally getting some weather, so anybody else located over here, I hope you're enjoying it. And then as you feel comfortable, work along your eyebrow. And again, we're using the training serums, our training serums to massage. We're both using brightening today.
This is where it's trickier for me to make sure I'm not pulling.
Right. So you don't necessarily need to go right under the brow, but it's kind of just starting right on to give that lift. You're encouraging that lift.
And it's more of like pushing down and moving.
Exactly. Okay. So you're pushing in towards the face, not down on the skin. In towards the face and lifting. Yes.
Got it.
Ooh, we have Madrid. That's so beautiful. I love seeing where everybody comes from. I think it's so fascinating.
I know. I'm actually in Colorado. I normally live in New York, but I'm in Colorado.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been here for a few months.
That's amazing. It must be nice to get out of the city a little bit.
Yeah, and to have some fresh air.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Has it been snowing out there?
It snowed until like April, but now it's feeling like spring.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so now how are we feeling? Take a nice look. Beautiful. So we're going to finish off with some more movements. Again, we're going to do kind of our little stretch here. Very gently. We don't want to pull too much on the skin. We're taking our fingers. If you have a specific line that you want to work on, you're going to hug right around that line.
Okay.
And just smooth. So for example, right here on me. Pressing. I don't want to say stretch, but what was that?
Yeah, I would say it just so happens that I got some Botox, 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, 2-3 months ago. So I don't have lines, but normally I have ones that I.
Well, this is good prevention, and you're encouraging that muscle health. Okay. Just a few more. And then, like I always say, if there's one side that you want to focus on a little bit more, for me, it's my right. By all means, do what feels good. Do what you feel like your face needs. So that's beautiful. So then we'll do a couple more pressure points and one more, kind of lymph draining movement before we do some tools, and we'll be good to go.
Cool.
So you're going to start just with your fingers in the center, and you're going to almost like trace your brows, so like up and around to the temples. So this is obviously encouraging your lift. You're doing a medium to firm pressure here.
Okay.
But this is amazing if you get headaches, migraines, if your eyes you feel like are squinting. Up and left. Can you massage your face after Botox? So if you have Botox, you're just going to want to wait at least 2 weeks before you start massage again, just because you don't want anything, God forbid, to move. So even if you're just working on your neck, I wouldn't do it because everything's connected. So just make sure you're waiting the 2 weeks, 4 weeks if you have filler. Anything to slim the nose, anything when you're working on your kind of under eye area will help to slim, because a lot of times it's your sinuses.
I get lots of puffiness there from sinuses or just allergies.
Yeah. Me too. It's been crazy season changing. And then with everything going on, you're like, oh my God, am I sick? Is it allergies?
Right.
Like,
is it just from being inside? Yeah.
It's air conditioning. Okay. So now I love to finish with just a little light lymphatic drainage. Okay. This is amazing for dark circles, puffiness, anything around the eyes, just to kind of plump. So you're going to take your middle and ring finger again. Okay. You're going to start from the center, and this is going to be almost no pressure, like very, very feather light. And you're just going to open and drain.
So keep your eyes open.
Yeah, you can close them if you want to as well. Open. And this is light pressure because for this movement, we're targeting the lymphatic system.
Got it.
So that sits between the skin and the muscles, so that's why you're going to want to do it very lightly. Definitely do it the day before a big event or the day of. You can do both. Massage, you need that movement for your muscles to be healthy. So as often as you can work it in.
My dog is snoring very loud.
Oh, I don't even hear it.
Okay, that's good.
What a cute baby. This will help with lines around the eyes because when you're draining that fluid, you're going to be kind of smoothing the area. It's not going to look as weighed down and heavy. So let's just do 2 more here.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, good. How are we feeling?
I feel great. I feel like I can tell my eyes were a little puffy when we started, just from Monday morning vibes. And I feel like that's gone down, and my brows definitely have a bit more life to them just from all that. So it feels really good.
Good. I'm so glad. I know. Yeah. And this is why I always love to say take before and after, especially when you are a little bit younger, because it's so subtle that sometimes we don't even realize our progress. So it's the biggest thing is to just kind of track it. So before we go into some tools, let's just finish with some more lymphatic drainage movements just to drain this area.
I was just going to say the serum feels really good on my skin.
And you can let this sink into the skin for the rest of the day if you want, or you can kind of remove it and apply the rest of your skincare. And we can do our neck again. Beautiful. And the other side. Okay. So, feeling good, everyone?
Definitely.
So now let's go in with some of our tools. So first, before I move in with like my gold roller and gua sha, for those who are asking, if you have the facegym Pro or the Pure Lift, basically what you would do for this area is you would apply a generous amount of the conducting gel. I'm not going to do it now just for, time's sake, but basically what you would do, apply a generous amount, you would turn it on, and you're basically going to hold underneath that brow, smooth all the way up, and you're going to go across your entire forehead with that. So the biggest thing is just hooking underneath the brow and smoothing up. And that's going to encourage that beautiful, beautiful lift. If you guys don't have this and you feel like you need a little bit more intense than just a massage, especially if you feel like you have maybe more mature skin and you want to give like a little bit of intense, or if you just want it as prevention, this is like holy grail. It's microcurrent and electrical muscle stimulation. So you're just pressing and holding here. For under eyes, dark circles, puffiness, crow's feet, you would just come straight under and lift right here. Under and lift, under and lift. So that's basically the best things with the pure lift. And then now for our other tools, going in with gold roller, can grab. Okay. And to clean this, you guys, just hot soapy water. Make sure you're drying it fully after you clean it. So we want to work with clean tools always. And then you're going to start coming under the eye. So this is amazing to plump up fine lines, help increase your absorption, give you a boost of radiance.
And can you do this every day?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. If you even, I like to do it even after I cleanse my skin on clean, dry skin before I apply the rest of my product. And it just helps your absorption a little bit better. So if you have any lines on any area of the face, you're going to do kind of like a hashtag movement. So you're going to go against it, with it, against it. So a jade roller is going to be a little bit different. This has a little bit of texture, which is going to be increasing your circulation, whereas the jade roller is smooth, so it's not giving that same effect. So that's the major difference between these two. Oh. So now for our forehead, you're going to go back and forth kind of against the grain. Okay.
And what's the pressure?
I honestly don't really apply much pressure with this. You kind of just want to let the tool do its thing.
Got it.
So we're going to come back and forth. Really helps your dark circles. Oh, amazing. I'm so glad it's helping you. It's a really great non-invasive alternative because I know there's just so many rollers on the market that have actual needles and things, and honestly, a lot of them really aren't trustworthy. Like there's very few rollers with needles that I would actually trust. So I would just be careful with that. So if you're looking to get into it, this is a good one to start with.
Yeah.
And going kind of for the 11 lines.
This feels good.
And even just for that tension as well. And then we're going to just come to the other side. This is called the gold roller. And coming up. Then we're going to go against. And yes, everyone, we ship worldwide. So no matter where you are, you can get all of our amazing products. This won't cause any broken capillaries if you are doing it lightly. Like I said, you don't need to really push with this. I just roll very gently and let the roller do its thing. If you already have some broken capillaries, like around the nose or in the cheeks, maybe just avoid the area to not risk anything.
I've never used a roller with texture. It feels really good.
I know, it's just a little bit different. And just to clarify, the rose quartz roller is amazing. It's just doing something a little bit different. A smooth roller is more for lymphatic drainage, whereas this is more for like circulation and absorption with the texture. So they're both beautiful, just more for different things. So if you have a smooth roller, you can do it more towards the end of your workout after you apply your moisturizer, and it's just as beautiful.
Got it.
Okay, so now for my favorite part, if you guys have been watching and you know me, you know I'm obsessed with gua sha. So we're going to do some gua sha movements. I'm going to focus mostly on the forehead and eye area since we have done more in-depth gua sha sequences in the past. So this won't be a full gua sha sequence. It's going to be more targeting the brow lift area. So the biggest thing that you can ever do with gua sha is always start on the neck to really open up these passageways and drain the fluid. So we're going to start with the curved line. Okay. You're going to start just under the ear, almost flat to the skin.
Okay.
And you're going to slowly roll down. And it's completely normal to be a little pink after your workout. That's actually expected, what we want. I'm a little pink as well. That just means that your blood flow and circulation is nourishing your skin. So being a little bit pink is not something to worry about. Would you use gold roller, jade roller, all in the same session? Absolutely. So if you have a roller and you don't have a gua sha, a jade roller, you can do the gold roller first and then finish with your jade or rose quartz roller to drain the fluid. So then going in on the jawline, again, just to drain this area. The biggest thing with gua sha, it's not just a stone. It's so powerful. It's been used for centuries and it's time tested. So you're going to get amazing non-invasive results if you're doing it correctly. So now coming to the brow and eye area, I like to take this little point right here, very light pressure. And you're going to start underneath the eye. Which is the number one tool if you wanted to start with one? Honestly, they're all amazing for different things. It really does depend on what you want to target. I think the gua sha is the most important for me because you can target tension, you can target fluid. It's for all ages. It's been used for centuries and centuries, even BC, and we know that it works. And it does matter which jade you're using, which stone you're using. So this is one of those things that you don't just want to buy anyone from Amazon because it could have different chemicals and things in it that can irritate the skin. So the ones that we're using are pure jade that are ethically sourced. So this is one of those tools that you want to make sure you're getting a good quality one. So just a little side note. So I'm going to start pressing under here.
Okay.
And lifting around. Another press right here. And lifting. This can be a little bit deeper pressure. The biggest thing with gua sha, why you're choosing a specific property, is because this property of the stone is powerful in itself. It's one thing just to do the movements and the technique correctly, but these stones are healing. And that's what's believed in ancient Chinese medicine. So when you're picking a stone and a tool to use, that's the thing. The difference between our two stones, mine's green jade, hers is red jade. So very similar in properties, just a little bit different in sourcing. So now for the brow, you're just going to come to the side. Coming around. Gua sha was used before Christ. It actually is documented. They used to use animal tusks in like a scraping technique. And that is actually documented back a very long time.
Wow. Did not know that.
Down. And again, 3 to 5 times per area with this is beautiful. Even if you just have time to do the neck, that's amazing. So now I like to just finish with the neck again.
Okay. Just getting everything pushed there down, sort of?
Absolutely. So we drained to the ear now. Now you're using down the neck.
Got it.
And whenever you're doing gua sha, you want a little bit of glide. So that's why we're using a little bit of an oil. And now we can do the other side. So again, starting with the neck. So we're not actually getting rid of fat in the face. We're more lifting the muscle and sculpting. Because when you have tension and blockages in the jaw, say the jaw, the eyes even, the forehead, your muscles get more stuck together because it secretes the sticky fluid. So that doesn't allow the lymph flow and your blood to get through those muscle fibers. So when you're doing massage and gua sha, you're creating that flow so that your muscles and your skin can function properly. Same thing. Couple lines here. How do you clean the gua sha? You can do hot soapy water to clean and dry it after. And if you want to spray with a little bit of alcohol, you can totally do that too.
I always wonder about that.
So for lower face and any other areas, you guys, we've been doing lives every single week that have focused on these. So look out for those because we might bring them back again. And you can also do a PT session, which I highly recommend because then you can get online with one of our amazing personal trainers, which you would be given a massage and tool protocol specifically targeted for your area. So it's a lot more in depth than what we do on the lives. So that's something that is really amazing. Can your training serums be layered? Absolutely. When I'm wearing them on a daily basis, you can wear it alone, or I like to even mix a few drops in with my moisturizer. I love gua sha at the end of my skincare routine because we want to drain any toxins and fluid that might have been brought to the surface during the massage, and it just helps to depuff. And then coming back down the neck. Oh, she had 2 PTs. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm just like reading all the comments to make sure I
love it.
Didn't miss anything. Perfect. Okay, so then I want to give you one more kind of bonus movement to kind of smooth out any lines around the eyes or forehead. You can take the end right here.
Okay.
And you can hold the skin taut always. You don't want to be rubbing back and forth and just letting the skin go. So you're going to just hold the skin taut gently, and with light pressure, you're just moving back and forth. So this is amazing for crow's feet, even dark circles, and, you know, getting that fluid out. And then the same on the other side you can do, just very gently, it doesn't have to be crazy, just ironing out those lines here. And then again, you can do the same for the forehead. So this is great anywhere that you would have lines. Frown lines, of course, you can go back and forth in that area with the gua sha as well. If you can do this every single day, that's amazing, even if it's just 2 minutes. But even just a few times a week is amazing. And this stone is the gua sha stone. On our website, it's called the Hey You Beauty Restorer. So that's where you'll be able to see that, and it is in one of our little starter kits, if you guys see. So, how are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel like a lot, the drainage really, I'm feeling that, like just I can see it, and my face feels a lot less puffy.
Good.
And I definitely feel like my brows have a bit more lift to them, for sure.
I'm so glad. I see it too.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
I took it before, so I'm going to take an after and
Good. Yes, everybody take your after pictures and send them to us. Like I said, today's winner will be winning a free PT session, which would be a virtual session with one of our amazing trainers where we will focus on your specific needs. So please look out for that. If it's something that you want to get more in depth with, please book one for us. But yeah, did you have any other questions for me?
I don't. You answered all of my questions as we went, but
okay, good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
This was awesome. Thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you guys so much again for joining. It was so nice meeting you. It's so fun doing a split screen. I feel like it's great to be able to bounce off of each other.
Yeah.
Instead of me just like talking.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you everyone for watching.
My pleasure. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon, okay? Don't forget to take your after pictures and send in to us.
Bye.
Have a beautiful day. Stay safe.